James Andrew Davis coming off a hot result at the Bonn World Cup in Germany, coming in at second on the podium. James, what have you been doing to land yourself there on the podium? I'm sorry. Of course, as an American being influenced by the
You're getting me and Miles mixed up.
My apologies. huge error. Thank you for the correction. The champion of the Bonn World Cup. James, congratulations. Catch us up to speed since we last talked to you at Summer Nationals.
Gosh, yeah, a long time ago actually. A lot has happened. I must say, I think one of the biggest things, I've gone full-time working with the Matthias Foundation. It's really started to pay off. I had a great pre-season going into San Jose, where I took second place there. And I think the difference in the attitude is I came off from second place and my coaches, Dean and Greg, weren't happy with me. They felt I'd thrown it away through fatigue. It's not an excuse. And it's that reason why I'm here. That's the kind of fight that I like. And we've worked at it. We work every time after every tournament. And there's been some ups and downs, 64 in Tokyo and whatnot. So it's not always been good. But it's a long season, and come Bonn, I managed to turn it around again off the back of not a great tournament in Paris, although we did well in the team event. Going into this one, I felt very good, relaxed. I knew what I had to do, and I'd done my homework back in San Francisco. We trained very hard leading into it, and I felt good going there. It felt amazing. So
before bringing it back to Bonn, talk to us a little bit about San Jose, coming off of a big result there with the podium finish, and still having frustration about your coaches and how they feel maybe you could have done better. How motivating is that to know that you got people that are really pushing you to get the absolute best from you?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm professional in this sport. I live in San Francisco for one reason, to train, because I want Olympic gold. And you need those kind of people behind you. I'm pleased. Even if I win, I want them to be saying, well, you did this and this and this wrong, and we need to work at it. Because once you're at the top, there's only one way you can go, and you have to keep working. So I love it. I love the enthusiasm. They're working hard with me. It was good for Dean to be able to see me because he doesn't go to the tournaments. And of course, Greg is the US coach, so he can't coach me at the tournaments. We have to make the most of what we get.
And as a British foil team member, in the past you I guess had the luxury of being able to take short trips throughout Europe. Now, of course, you're experiencing that American travel. However, at San Jose, you got a little reminder of how refreshing it is to just travel a short distance. How much do you feel that played to your success in San Jose?
In San Jose, it was a strange one. I think myself and Alexander, we really learned a lot from San Francisco. We were at home, we drive 5 minutes, we were at the venue. We kind of took it a little bit too easy, and you sort of got lulled into that like we were going to a training session, and it was the wrong mentality to be going to a World Cup. I think this time around we learned a lot from that, and we were prepared, and we went down. I went down on the Thursday by cow train down, and I stayed with my teammates this time, not staying at home. So I took it like a proper tournament, and it was good. So I think the best thing was to have all the support. I was quite surprised that I was like the local favourite suddenly. Once all the Americans were out, that was it. The crowd were there for me, and it was fantastic. What I loved is a lot of the kids that I work with got to see me fencing at the top level, and it was like, yeah, you see, I'm doing it, so you can do it. So it was quite nice to have that with them.
And you mentioned the kids that you work with. You're actually one of the coaches at Matthias Foundation working with the youth, correct?
I'm working with the younger group. They're ranging from around 6 to about 12, 13 years old. I'm not giving lessons. I'm just working on the few of the days there with them. Absolutely
like
love
footwork,
it. I do, yeah. Some footwork with them, sort of watching them. Don't hit this person, don't do that, don't do this. Stop climbing on the walls. So those kind of things. It's a bit more than babysitting. So I get to give my input, which I really enjoy. And later on in life, I'd love to do more. I'd love to actually start coaching, but not yet. I focus on 2016 and then maybe 2020. So.
Definitely the focus now on your own personal athletic career, but you think coaching is kind of the direction you'll probably take your fencing pursuits?
100%. I love it. I must say I enjoy being out here. The one thing I really enjoy, which I find, it's hard to really compare because I haven't worked in the UK, but I find the attitudes of the British and the Americans very different. They want something, they're willing to work at it, and they're going to put the effort in, and that's what I enjoy. And that way you can really give back. So I'm enjoying working with the kids that we've got.